Welcome back to my channel. I saw this Charlie Kirk show thing and it's a little triggering, so I decided why not do a reaction video to it, get a little bit out there. Probably not going to get anywhere near as many views as he does, but let's get started.
Play this piece. There's so much tape here on this, so much. And it's very rich and very deep. I think the best piece of tape here for me to play is this new Kamala Harris advertisement. Again, she's sitting on like $1 billion.
I've already watched this. This ad, who put this together, has no concept of reality whatsoever.
She's raised a ton of money. She might be not sitting on $1 billion, but she's raised $1 billion, and they're panicking. So they're throwing everything they can up against a wall to try to win back men. And let me tell you, this is not how you win back men. This video is a mockery.
There is nothing that this woman could do. She's already sunk her own ship. I don't know why she's still paddling.
I thought it was a parody. I thought this was done by the Babylon Bee. I thought this was done by AI as some sort of mockery of the Democrat Party. But no, this is an official advertisement from the Kamala Harris campaign. Are you man enough is the name of the advertisement. Let's play cut 141.
Are you man?
I'll let you fill in the words. Play cut 141.
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm mangina.
Man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak right.
This guy. Oh, boy. They got to throw one in there.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor? I eat carburetors for breakfast.
I ain't afraid of bears. That's what bear hugs are for.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of.
Where did they find these? How much did they have to pay these dudes? If these dudes did this for free, you could not pay me enough to do this shit.
Women.
I'm not afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women.
They want to control their bodies? I say go for it.
They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want.
Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Because
Full-throated. Oh, that they could have used it better. Oh, full-throated, huh?
I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man enough to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask for directions.
Man enough to not ban young
that
women from reading Little Women.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a
The sisters? Is that a reference to black people?
fight. It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse.
I'm man enough to tell you
What else is that guy doing with his horse? Man, these people,
that
where
I
did they
cry
find
at
these
Love
girls?
Actually.
Goodwill Hunting.
West Side Story.
That and Predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling,
Did that guy say he laughs at Predator?
and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful.
That's not how my mama raised me.
I love women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
I mean, I have so much to say to that. The first thing I'll say is, was that a political advertisement or like a disciplinary lecture from some DEI purple-haired 45 pre-diabetic woman, 45-year-old pre-diabetic
Diabetes.
woman in college saying, are you not man enough to vote for Harris Walls? Don't you cry in front of your girlfriend? That was written by women.
Clearly. I mean, there was no actual male involved with this video.
The Democrat Party is all a bunch of scolds. But here's the thing. That right there is a mark of a losing campaign. You don't make a video like that if you're confident you're standing. That is a screed is what that is. That is like, why aren't you voting for us, men? Let's have AI try to come up with some sort of language processing. Now, we talked yesterday how the Democrat Party is currently in a state of panic. Now, while they are in a state of panic, you should not celebrate. You should get more concerned and work harder and drive more votes because the panic will actually tighten the race. Panic is the life force of the modern Democrat Party. Panic is what...
Panic and fear is the life force of the government. Who is he kidding? This is what the government uses to get its way.
Keeps them going. Panic is how they raise more money. Panic is how they knock on more doors. The more they panic, the closer this race will be. I will say it again. The more they panic, the closer this race will be. And they decided to deploy Barack Hussein Obama to Pittsburgh yesterday. And Barack Obama, in his typical cool guy way, was talking to the brothers. Now, that's his quote that I am using. The black men that are increasingly rejecting Kamala Harris. They're seeing it in the data. Men of all racial backgrounds, of all ages, of all backgrounds want nothing to do with Kamala Harris, and for good reason. No real man can or should vote for Kamala Harris. She hates you. Her agenda will belittle you, will disempower you. And Barack Obama is seeing this in the data, and he singles out black men. Now, this is a long tape, and it's very, very important. They deployed Barack Obama, obviously on camera. They knew this was going to go viral, to talk to the brothers out there. Now, let me just give the Democrats some advice. You obviously don't know how to talk to men. This is the most femboy, effeminate, low testosterone, soy boy approach of how to talk to men. You talk to men like you do in a football locker room, direct. You challenge them. You tell them what they ought to do. You talk about duty. You talk about honor. You talk about the pursuit of greatness. He talks to them as if they are in a group therapy session with a bunch of middle-aged, drug-addicted women. They wonder why they're losing men? Well, Barack Obama's not exactly a great example of an American strong man. Now, I'm not going to make this entire show about Barack Obama, of which I'm not a fan, but just look at his body mannerisms. He's kind of just in the corner, kind of just slunched over. This is not a man that you want to have lead into combat. It's certainly not a man that if he was shot would rise up and say, fight, fight, fight. Let's play cut 138 of Barack Obama doing the struggle session, the group therapy session, if you will. Play cut 138.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout.
This guy has no energy whatsoever. No one likes Kamala Harris. No one. It's like Bernie Sanders. They didn't like him, right? They wanted him gone. Nobody even voted for Kamala. I forgot her name. And somehow she's gotten this far. I'm surprised nothing crazy's happened and they haven't replaced her yet, but even they can't probably get away with that at this point.
In all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities, as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that
this guy is struggling to get anything. I mean, he's not saying anything. This is the whole thing. They don't say anything with anything. There's no actual content to what there's. Just word vomit. That's what he was always, word vomit.
Seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all right here.
I mean, at least they were born in America, unlike him.
And say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you.
She did not grow up like, I mean, she's lying about the way she grew up.
Understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. Who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieve.
He just fell asleep, and I'm falling asleep. He just fell asleep, like he did the long blink.
The second highest office in the land.
Why does it feel like the black men are in trouble with the principal? It feels as if they were like called in the principal's office. Come on, guys. Let me lecture you here. Let me tell you what's wrong. Now, again, Obama won 2 presidential elections.
I don't know about that second one. I'm pretty sure they used what they used in 2020 for the second election.
Obviously, one of the more.
He was the lowest rated president in history. People forget about that when he was in his first term.
gifted politicians of our lifetime. But no joke. There's
Okay, I'm going to be done here. That is the level that they're getting to right now, is trying to pay Obama, Barack Obama, which ironically, if you read the Bible and Jesus talks about, you'll know the Antichrist basically by, and he described it as a lightning storm, right? Well, in Aramaic, lightning is Barak. So could he be part of this whole, everything falling apart? Who knows, right? But all I know is I don't know who watches that Kamala thing and is like, oh yeah, now I feel real motivated. I feel so motivated. Oh man, it's sad. It's hard to watch. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Comments, questions down below. Like, subscribe. Talk to you in the next one.